I can in a minute, my love. Hello, busy dads and busy people everywhere. I'm currently on the beach here in California, enjoying an absolutely idyllic afternoon with my little daughter. I feel very, very lucky that this is my life, and a big part of that sense of gratitude and that sense of being able to really give myself to my family at the weekends is the satisfaction that I bring with me at the end of any training week after I've been hitting it hard. So really bear that in mind, my friends. The harder you work in the week, the more you can relax and give back to others at the weekend. Now, in this short video...
It's not very sticky right now.
No, it's not very sticky. In a minute I'm going to help you. In this short video, I'm going to demonstrate the two sacred movements of the Busy Dad program side on. The profile view, I think, will help me accentuate a few pointers about form, and it's something that a number of you have requested, so I'm more than happy to oblige. So let's get right to it. Okay, we're going to start with the 6 count. I'm just going to show you what this looks like from the side. So now we begin. Optional, we touch the toes. Remember, like I said, Linky, one sec, darling, let me just do this video. That toe touch gives you more of a hip hinge at the beginning of the movement. That's really nice, but it's optional. So once we go from the toe touch, we start the proper movement. Okay, so the toe touch and then hands to the ground. That's count 1. Jump out into plank position. Nearly done, darling. That's count 2. Chest to ground. Push. That's count 3. Push out of the rep, that's count 4. Jump back in, that's count 5. And then stand up, count 6.
Can I try that?
You can definitely try that.
Thank you.
Let's talk about foot positioning, okay? Some people, Elena's repping it out over there. Some people are quite dogmatic about where the feet should be coming back in. I'm not picky. I think if you want hip width, that's great. If you want your toes, your feet touching, that's great, and if you want them wide, look at these reps. That's also fine. Some people have mobility issues that requires them to go wide. That's totally fine. You're gonna get largely the same kind of squat movement however you place your feet. One little nuance to bring up though is some people, and this is something that I think, I'm a pluralist, I'm more than happy for you to do this. Some people land on the balls of their feet for count 5 and then come up out of that. Shout out to, I think, Olympic Steel, another practitioner who mentioned this to me. And what will often happen as a result of landing in that way is that when you come up, you will be hip hinging your way out of the movement more like as you would in a deadlift than squatting.
No more talking.
Hang on, darling. I'm just going to demonstrate the Navy SEAL burpee, and you can try one of those as well. Okay, and you can do that. But for me, especially now that I have that toe touch to get me some posterior chain activation, I really want that count of the movement to be getting me my leg workout, my squat workout, so hitting the quads primarily. So if you land flat, you're going to get more of a squat movement out of the movement. Like I say, for me, feet width is irrelevant. Whereas if you land on the ball of your foot, there'll be a subtle difference. It'll be more of a hip hinge. Both are fine, but I personally advocate and practice landing flat. So that's the first sacred movement. And now I'm going to just show you the Navy SEAL from side on. Okay, so once again, we're going to start with that optional toe tap, and then we're going to move into the actual burpee itself. So check it out. All right, so we've got the toe tap, and then 1, hang on, darling, nearly done. 1, 2, okay, we're jumping out into plank position. 3, chest to ground. 4, knee to chest. 5, chest to ground. 6, knee to chest. 7, chest to ground. 8, push out. 9, jump in. 10, stand up. And again, hip positioning, not so important. Linky, come and show us the rep. But one thing I really do want to emphasize, one of the few things that I really will insist on, your sticker's just fine, darling. No, it's fine. Is that when you're bringing your knee up, okay, I really want you to bring it up high, as close to your chest as you can, to get that crunch movement, okay? Some people, especially when they're performing for speed, will start to perform reps that look a bit like this. I'm not going to name any names, but this will probably be familiar to you. So it's going to look like, if you can see, look, the feet are barely coming up at all. Whereas my reps, up high. And I think that that's so valuable. You're not happy? Okay, we're going to finish this video in just a second, my love. You keep working on that castle. I really think that that's suboptimal, because I think that what makes these movements, the Navy SEAL, so much more than just a 3-pump is that movement. If you really bring your knee up high, you get an unbelievable crunch. I'm sure that's where I got my ab definition from. But more than that, you force yourself to round your back a little bit. And I think that rounding is part of what gets you the trap and the lat activation. So you're really shortchanging yourself if you don't bring up your knee properly. Is that my love? Yeah, let's do a shove. Anyway, my editor has told me that this video needs to be over now, so it will be. No more. All right, but Linky, do you want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye-bye, everyone. I hope that helps.